Yeah, guy. Welcome. It is 2023 still, but it is the autumn or fall. And we're going to do another season of Randomizers. Going to be a lot of fun. I got a lot of different stuff I want to do. I want to mix in. I don't want to make it all new because I need some new stuff for the winter and beyond. But, as always, I'll take recommendations and I'll try to fit them in here and there. Last season we had Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, which was a good one. On my own, I decided to play Link's Awakening DX, which was really fun. I'm going to try to find a way to work that in. And there's a couple more suggestions I never got to, like Faxanadu, Fizanadu, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try to do that this time as well. But we're here, and we're going to start at Zelda 1 Randomizer. Apologies to anybody who received a reply to a YouTube comment from 3 to 5 years ago. There's different ways I receive notifications of people making comments. One is direct to email, but if you make too many too soon, I don't see them anymore. It filters them out. It doesn't even go to spam. I don't even get the email. Another is a notification window inside YouTube, which flashes once and then disappears. So if you kind of click it twice to open it, close it, notifications are gone. You don't see them anymore. 3, and this is the one I normally use, is on my YouTube content creator page. I have a list of unreplied to comments. And normally I consider those all the new comments. Well, today I opened it up because I got a new comment from user Zebgedney. And all of a sudden, there were all these comments from 3, 4, 5 years ago on all my old and original videos. I'm like, man, if I knew that I had this kind of engagement back then, maybe I would never have stopped. Maybe I would be like a huge PUBG player or something because of the popularity and the need for engagement. But no, it didn't work out that way. But thanks to everybody if you're still here watching and you did leave those comments and you got a notification that I liked it or I replied to it. Well, that's why, because they just magically showed up. It's weird because they just sometimes comments just appear and they're not new. They're just old. But anyway, new season, same Zelda 1 randomizer. What do we got working here? By the way, we got first Quest Overworld, Shapes Dungeons. Hints are helpful, but I need the book to understand the old man. He'll probably say something stupid. Until then, like gang or something. Gannon's not forced, but my entry to level 9 is going to be other item. So I think this was called Maelstrom back in the day. Maybe not Tempest, something like that. The Holy Grail is what we called it. You can need the boomerang would open level 9 or something. And we'll only find that out if we find 9 and have the book. That'd be interesting. Or it'll just be open. And we'll just walk right in. Everything else is kind of normal. Oh, the overworld is mirrored. So that's new. And we'll do that. You see the name, game shows? We're going to be talking about game shows today because, in those old replies, they were answering questions I asked during the videos. And I'm like, man, I talk about the same things all the time. But, some of them are fun. Let's go through it. Got a random starting position here. Confused on what to do. What are some of the old game shows that used to watch growing up? I know the popular ones are were mirrored. Popular ones are, your Jeopardies, your Wheel of Fortunes, Family Feud. Remember Hollywood Squares? That's surprising that that's not around anymore with all the B-list celebrities that can be brought in. Thought I fixed the button indicator. Yeah, I did. I have to just be the active window. Hollywood Squares surprises me that it has not been. I know it's been rebooted and redone numerous times, but it surprises me it hasn't been done again. Especially with the resurgence of game shows on ABC, like primetime ABC, where they have the Pyramid and Celebrity Jeopardy, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, and all that. surprising me that that's not one of the ones that is not done. I don't know if this is door repair. I guess it's door repair because it's an enemy looking dude instead of an old man. Oof. What am I doing? What am I even doing? Can I go? Scrolling is different. When you invert the overworld, scrolling is different. Whether you can go left or right to left. Some of the ones you can normally scroll across will yeah, see, you get stuck. So you can't do that. So I remember Wheel of Fortune when it was on. Let me give you a little rough idea on how old I am. I'm like 90 years old. And I remember game shows from when I would bang out of school as a kid. And the ones I remember are, you know, I remember Wheel of Fortune, like daytime Wheel of Fortune, Bob Goen, before it went to like primetime syndicated. I definitely remember... I don't know where I am. Don't kill your first enemy that's not bomb dropping, moron. You know, Price is Right is your normal, you're sick from school kind of game show. Whether you're really sick or not. If you're really sick, you really hated Family Feud, like Price is Right, because it really reminded you of being sick. That's great. Why are the bombs? Because the bombs replaced the book, maybe? What did I do? Did I shuffle drops? Oh, it's gross. I may have shuffled drops. I don't know what to do. Because everything is inverted, I don't know what to do. But I do remember, like, you know, the reminder of some game shows and being sick, like 7-Up. You were forced to eat 7-Up as a kid, or drink 7-Up as a kid when you were sick. You don't have good memories of 7-Up. You know, it reminds you of being sick. So it's kind of like what some game shows were like for me. All right. Inverse is definitely throwing a wrench my way. So that's just... I can open that door. So let's open the door. Family Feud when I was growing up was Richard Dawson, and then it turned to Ray Gomes. That's some bad game shows. I'm gonna really, you know, ruffle some feathers here, but I think Pressure Luck is one of the worst game shows ever made. Ever made. I think for somebody like me who likes game shows, like the trivia element of game shows, Pressure Luck has, you know, 6 questions it asks, and it's like, you know, oh man, like what's a good sample Pressure Luck question? In this sport, you can hit a single, double, triple, or home run, and you buzz in first, and you get 3 spins if you get the correct answer. Like, yeah, baseball is the answer. Baseball, liquor, or CVS. It's like, you know, everyone gets the question right because, you know, it's the only time you don't get the question right is if you buzz in like a little bit too soon. Why am I? This is a dumb idea. Oh, carried. So Pressure Luck is inherently bad. You just... I'm not standing there in case it drops. Okay, that's good. Oh, look at this dude. This dude is like an Atari ET or like Atari boxing dude. Like, what? This reminds me of like just an old school video game character. Or maybe Cookie Monster. Okay, that's good. Well, I mean... Ugh. Oh, no, because I can't get through that room. I was going to say, what if I restart and take the candle instead? But I got to clear out that wizard room, and I'm not going to be able to do that with the candle. So yeah, press your luck, and then you get, the whole board, spins, passing spins, hitting whammies thing. Like, it's all right. But I think you're robbed as a game show for, I don't like it. And therefore, you don't like it either. How about... Oh, man, is this gonna... I'm gonna really trigger people with this one. I don't like any incarnation of Pyramid. 25,000, 10,000, 100,000, whatever they're doing now. Is it $250,000 Pyramid? I don't even know. With Strahan? I don't like it. So that, hold on, let me think here. That room, the bottom right of the L, that's a moat room, or like what they call the Chevy room. I need the stepladder to get through there. There was a shutter door down here, and were there bubbles? Oh, the Vire, right? Oh, I have the white sword now. Yeah. So there's one other item in a Triforce. That wasn't going to be anything. Don't go down. So the reason why I don't like Pyramid is because it's like the reason I don't like Press Your Luck, where there's no trivia to it. You see the answer. And then all you get is the celebrity or contestant trying to get the other person to guess the answer. You already know the answer. It's on the screen. So all you can think of are additional clues, which don't really help. Because there's no, right or wrong with that. Oh, that's a bad job. So is that wizard room going to come back now? Because I'm an idiot? And I have no health beep and I was going ham on Pyramid. There's no trivia to Pyramid. You see the answer, you know the answer. And then you just try to guess the question. Or just watch along and see if they come up with the, with a clever clue, or, you try to make the clever clue or whatever. So I don't like that. The other one I don't like is I don't like I don't like Deal or No Deal. I think it's very boring. It's contestant picks a case and you just sit there in anticipation waiting for, will it be the number, won't it be the number, or will the contestant take the offer or not take the offer? There's no good game show element to Deal or No Deal. Oh, bad job. Bad job. That room's going to respawn eventually. I'm going to try to kill it. So, the Chevy room could be the Triforce. Actually, it won't respawn because the traps are here. That's why this room won't... Like bubbles, they won't respawn because technically the room's not cleared yet. Manhandler was 5 rupees. Down is the Chevy room. Up was a tea room, so I couldn't get through that unless I can go left here. Which I can. I can also go up. Yeah, Deal or No Deal, it was... I don't know. There was this whole primetime game show craze, and I'll get to that a little bit later, but I don't know. There's going to be a lot of game shows. This is where you guys fill it in. What game shows didn't I mention that you liked or not liked? Because that would be, that's cool to know. There was a lot of game shows. I mean, there's a lot. There were game shows that lasted 20 seconds. Oh, that's in the... gross. My second item here could be the step ladder, so... Also, you know, something to consider is I may not need the Triforce. In fact, I don't think I do need the Triforce because I think an item opens the level 9. The only thing I would need a Triforce for is... like if I got the recorder, and the recorder was a shortcut to something else. So that key was a good key to use to get me to bomb upgrades. So that was nice. Am I gonna... I mean, I have to go look for the second item. Why not? Did I go down there? I did go down there. I didn't go down here, though, because I can't go down here. So I need the... Okay, I can kill Manhandler and go to that room to the south there. All right. Oh, come on. Let's leave. Let's leave and do something else. Let's leave and do something else. Remember Rock and Roll Jeopardy? Rock and Roll Jeopardy was one of my favorite Jeopardies. It just, you know, it was probably easy. So I liked it based on that. But it was unique. Like, it was all one genre. So I liked it. Is that medicine? Definitely not medicine. There. Some more arrows. Oh, right. We have this screen over here. Can I get on that side? No, wait. Hold on. It's over there. It's so screwed up. It's backwards. It messes with you. All right. Here's board 1. I like board 1. Let's see if we can get that top door open. It opens. Sports Jeopardy. Oh, I'll talk about Sports Jeopardy later. But like, I like real trivia game shows. Something that really pumps out a lot of questions. One of the older ones, Sale of the Century. There was really a lot of questions in Sale of the Century. Nope. Okay. I'm fine. Ooh. I don't need that, though, do I? I don't know if I need it or not. Oh, let's go through the door. Oh, no. Not only did I not get the... not get the bomb drop, but I got the fairy as well. So the thing about 1 is, if there's a way to get to another room, the bomb wall will open it. Except if you're, like, above an old man room. Okay. So I need the book, and all the hints are helpful. Ooh, okay. Take that. Oh, did I didn't... What was I in? I was in 4? 4 got me that, and 1 gets me this. Good bomb. Now, this is definitely one of those wooden rulers your dad had, and you kind of like were bored and you just kind of made random shapes of it. You know, the wooden, the ones that kind of like, what were they? They kind of like bend out. Didn't I bomb that wall? No, I bombed down, didn't I? I bombed down. I didn't bomb. Oh, I walked right into it. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll go right back in. Go right back in. So yeah, Sail of the Century was great because it had a lot of questions to it. And then you had the kind of the bonus things in between, which, you know, they were just like, they weren't that great. The final was pretty bad too. Like you just accrued money, I think, before you were able to do like something with it, like buy the car or something. It really wasn't that good. Like it wasn't that great of a final. But the questions, man, they had the speed round too. 60 seconds or 30 seconds of like rapid fire questions. It was great. Oh, I walked into that again. Fame game, which, like, you know, I don't know. It, like they had the wall with all the numbers on it, and the person just picked the number and you flipped it over, and it was like a lazy boy recliner, or like $5 added to your total. Are you great right now? Like the meat or... or boomerang. These things are definitely tracking me. Nothing. Like I did all that for nothing? Ugh. 1 versus 100 was a good one. I liked Xbox Live had that 1 versus 100 live game. Thought that was great. It was one of my favorite things on Xbox. Like, you know, set time every night or once a week, whatever it was, and you had like a play along 1 versus 100. Someone got to be like the one from randomly from Xbox. I don't know how that worked, but you got to playing along with it was great. Oh, I'm having trouble. Nothing again. I don't think this is a push block room. I think this is a second quest push block room, maybe. Like, I wish 1 versus 100 was on longer. Like, I wish it had a longer run to it. Because that's something I would love to, like, go back and watch. Or, like, still watch. Or, you know, I don't know if there's ever been, like, syndication for it. I don't know if it's ever been on Buzzer or Game Show Network. It's like in that age of intellectual property where, you know, maybe, like, a certain network or company held on to it. We got a regular key, huh? Ugh. Oh, I get it now. All right, so that bomb on the overworld. Okay, so this key replaced, like, there's going to be 2 drops in this dungeon, I think, on the floor. Or 3. 3. We don't need to pick up keys. Because that key was a drop in some room that rotated to the staircase, I think. I don't think that... Yeah, so there's our second item. And then we can go down to the... Okay. But what confuses me is the bomb on the overworld. Like, what did that replace? Unless it put that bomb there from... Like, unless it... Ugh, did it do all drops in the game? Like that bomb from level 7 and... The Armos item can now be just randomly in level 4. Was that every room? I completed every room, huh? I don't know if I just like ruined the game for myself by checking that option, whatever that option I did check. It was some sort of shuffle item option. So there's some bombs in here if I want them. Meat's in here. Should I grab the meat? It seems like it's expensive meat, huh? I don't have a candle. Where do I get a candle from? Let's go... I guess we'll go to level 1. A couple other like good trivia shows are... I like Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I didn't watch it enough, but I thought that was a pretty good formatted show. I thought the questions were good. Fair, you know. Remote control. Well, Win Ben Stein's money was a comment I found on YouTube today, and Win Ben Stein's money was good. But that qualified as a really good trivia show. One of the other ones I like, Remote Control on MTV, was probably one of my favorites. Like pop culture trivia shows. Good walk. Need to find a candle. I need to go... Where do I need to go? I need to go over there. Okay. North. West. South and... Yeah, west. I know it's east. But it's inverted. Give me a heart. Okay. I need to find... Candle. You know what I don't think I found in the whole entirety of like, you know, playing on YouTube? I found a red candle. Maybe once. Maybe not once. Better not die on this screen. God. The arrow's coming right at me, right? So what do? I wait for it, and then I move so it can hit me. Board 5. All right. I think some of my all-time favorite. Excuse me. Why would that key door? Well, I mean, I got the magic key. I don't know why I care, but why did that not open? Now it opened because I came from the top. It didn't open when I left and came back in. It's weird. Some of my favorite, trivia game shows are some of my favorite. But like the sports trivia game shows were just great. I have very little memory. Like I'm definitely the type of person who would buy a sports almanac when they were like really good and I guess still existed. And you keep it in the bathroom and just, go to a section and just memorize the list kind of thing. And one of the like early game shows I remember, and I didn't have cable until I was in 8th grade, and I think this predated that, was Boardwalk and Baseball's Sports Trivia, Super Bowl Sports Trivia, I think it was officially called. I barely remember that on ESPN because I didn't have ESPN, so it was like one of those things where I had to be at somebody else's house to find. But like the ESPN ones, 2-minute drill, Stump the Schwab, those were good. I liked Fox Sports had 2 of them that I really loved. Ultimate Fan League, that's with Bill Dwyer. Remember Bill Dwyer? Like really bad comedian. Like definitely D-tier comedian. He was on one of those like America's stand-up comic. What was that one? When they had a stand-up comic competition. Fluffy was on it that season with Bill Dwyer. I don't remember what that. I don't remember what it was called, but Bill Dwyer was the host. It was good. Like you had a beanbag and you threw it at a grid of questions. And that, that's how you picked your category. You had to actually throw something at a screen. The one I really liked was Matt Van Excursion hosted it, and Lisa Guerrero was like the co-host, eye candy. It was called Sports Geniuses. And I really liked that one because I liked their bonus round, or like the head-to-head showdown round, where they just gave you a topic. And off of that topic, you had to name as many things as you could from the topic. Like if it was like 1980s, I didn't want to pick that up. Like 1980s stolen base leaders. So like one person would say Ricky Henderson, and the other person, would have to give their answer, and you couldn't, like, first person to be wrong, it was, it was done. So I really liked that. That was a good one. Stump the Schwab was good. Like, probably in the line of game shows that I wish was just at a better time, whether it was better time of, year, like how old I was when it was on, to how much I watched TV or my availability to watch TV. Like that's something. You know what? Leave the room, come back in. This way, when I die 60,000 times, there'll be less gorillas. Or I can just do that. Going up? Let's go up. I remember 2-minute drill more than Stump the Schwab. Stump the Schwab, I think, was just questions. And then like a head-to-head showdown against the Schwab. But like 2-minute drill was 2-minute drill had a hard bonus round, man. I remember having the video game for it, like for the PC. And it was terrible. Like I don't think I ever got a final answer right, because it was always like a multi-part question. But the question was like, in the 1960s, when Roger Maris hit his 61 home runs in 1961, Who was the pitcher that gave up the home run? Who was the catcher? And who was the third person subbed out in the 7th inning? It was like, okay. I can answer all those, yeah. But you couldn't even trial and error it. If you played the game a million times, you never knew what was the right answer because it made you give like all 3 answers without a clue of if you were right or wrong. Never mind like the spelling of the people's names. Pete Vejikovich. Did I spell it right? I don't know. I also don't know like if I'm just in here for no reason. How do I get to this room? Well, we don't need the meat now. Well, yeah, I don't know if I'm in here for no reason. Like, where are the items? Because I screwed them up. How did this room be empty and then fill up when I'm only... I guess that room on the bottom was technically like... Okay, that's cool. I guess that room on the bottom that I went into was the the last room I needed to enter before that room respawned. So this bring me over to another area? No. It did. It didn't. What was this? Did I not go in it? No, I went in this. What did it bring me? Down there. Right, okay. Hey, $5. Yeah, so that game was 2-Minute Drill was brutal. Kenny Mayne was the host. I was a big Kenny Mayne guy. Who hosted Stump the Schwab though? Was that Rich Eisen? Was that Kenny Mayne also? Rich Eisen seemed, or maybe it was Stuart Scott? I don't know. I can't remember. Again, it was on that like the time of my life where... Oh, nice raft. Nice double item. So where is this putting the item that would be down there, though? Did it remove all the heart containers? Am I playing a game with no heart containers? Am I going to be stuck on 3 heart containers the whole game? Hope not. It's going to be a long episode. Clock watchers, rejoice. Nope. Come on, man. It's compass. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing with these heart containers, the heart container drop, because every dungeon I've been in so far has been all items minus, the heart item. And bombs. All right. Okay, well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. On we go. On we go. All right. So these are hints. And I'm not going to understand them. Sword? No. That's the sword? White sword. I don't know how to get to the swords with keyboard shortcuts. So I'm just going to scroll. I need the book to understand the dude. I already got the silver arrows. So, like, and the key. So none of that is important. Bombs would be. There's a boost. Oh, there's a hints. So all the hints. But I can't understand any of them. Oh, that was rather confusing. All right. Where am I going? Where am I going? Guess I'll go up here. Go screw around up here. Other side. Oh, kill a pea hat. 48. 48's good. We don't need the exit and enter. We have the magic key. So one of the big topics, on the channel is, gladiators. I got all those Death Mountain areas in Zelda 2 named as gladiator events. Am I doing this? Yes. So, is that considered a game show? I think it is. It's like a syndicated novelty game show, like Battle Dome. I don't know if everyone remembers Battle Dome. Battle Dome was like the knockoff Gladiators, where they had, your I forget what they're called in that one, but you had your gladiators and contestants or whatever, and there were various events. But it was more hammy. It was more Hollywood than gladiators were. Like the battle dudes had their own backstories and conflicts, like WWE, I guess. Terry Crews was in it. He was Team Money. Oh, there's a heart container. Yeah. Terry Crews is Team Money. The only dude to be a gladiator and a Battle Dome guy was in it. He was Odell in Battle Dome. He had the Playboy triplets with him. And I think he was called Titan in the Hulk Hogan, Layla Ali reboot of Gladiators. I think they recycled the name Titan for him. He was the only person to be in them both. I'm gonna need a bow to come back in here. It's because two things blocked by the Goma. And that one's definitely a that one could be a staircase. All right, we're gonna need the whistle as well. Recorder, maybe. All right, this is right back to the beginning. This is right back to the beginning. Can I go? I can go left there out of that. Where is this? Can I go open that door maybe? Is there a bomb wall to the left? Let's find out. Wipeout, I guess, on ABC, the whole water amusement kind of thing. Your Ninja Warrior kind of on water. Ninja Warrior, of course. Ninja Warrior, American Ninja Warrior, I like. It just annoys me because there's too much human interest in it, and I want I went the wrong way. And I want a pure hour of people running the events. don't really want to know their human interest story, but that's like just the NBC way of things. Anytime NBC has like a novelty show, it's always like half human interest. Whatever. One of the better novelty game shows. I loved it. It was on before American Gladiators, when American Gladiators, like the first half of season 1 was on at like 3 in the morning in New York. There was Saturday Night Live, there was Showtime at the Apollo, and then Gladiators came after that. And after Gladiators, for a while, came a show called Grudge Match. And I don't know if anybody remembers Grudge Match, but it was wild. It was like Jerry Springer like meets celebrity boxing. Like, it was just weird. I don't know how to describe it. Where you had two people who had a grudge, like a father, daughter. Daughter wrecked the car, and they would settle it in a ring. But they'd be boxing. Like, the daughter would have normal gloves. The father would have these like comical oversized gloves to not hurt the daughter. And round 2 would be like a food fight. Whatever. Like, it was just... And like round 3 would be like water guns. You know, like, it's something stupid like that. And it's wild because the host of the show was Steve Albert, Marv Albert's brother. Steve Albert does, is this his brother or is his nephew? I forget. One of the two. Like, he's a sports commentator, does other things. Jesse the Body Ventura was the color commentator. John Panette, you know, the like, have you ever eaten Slim Fast? It's Great with Nachos guy, comedian. Like, he was the referee, and Michael Buffer was the announcer. Like, you can't like make it up on how, like, you couldn't put together a cast like that and like have a show. This is comical. Oh, another one I remember, Ruckus. The Amazing Jonathan was the host of that, and it was just some like weird shows on NBC, like Channel 4, and some weird, like, in between primetime TV and network news hour, like 6:30 p.m. And it was just a variety show where I think people from the crowd were picked and they had to do stunts, like see how high they can jump on a Velcro wall. Things like that. Like, I like that one. That's one that really, like, if there's, you know, something I want to see again in syndication or a pop-up on, but I don't even know if Buzzer is still a network, but Buzzer, Game Show Network, or Ion TV, or any TV channel that may present games. It's nice. Brontosaurus licking himself. Right? His head's turned. Cleaning, like, you know, like a cat does. What am I even looking for? I should be just looking for level 9. Is what I should be looking for. Yeah, those were the novelty shows or whatever that I liked. We also had the kids shows. Like Double Dare. The Nickelodeon shows like Double Dare. Finders Keepers was one. Was Finders Keepers the one where they kind of ran through a room obstacle course and had to find, like, the puzzle would lead them to a clue and then they had to find it in a room? I think that was Finders Keepers. You know, and then your Double Dare, your super sloppy Double Dare, family Double Dare kind of things. Oh, I do have the step ladder. Right, I got it in this dungeon. I was going to kill these guys and see if anything popped up that I would need. Those guys stay dead. Those guys don't respawn, I don't think. One of the Nickelodeon shows, before I had cable, and again, I had to see this at other people's houses. One of the ones I really loved, it went along with the you know, my love for game show trivia, was Make the Grade. I really liked how Make the Grade was, you know, a parody of Jeopardy, but where the questions were broken down into like grade level. I really like that. Like, you had the categories and you had the grade level, and, you know, instead of like a dollar amount dictating how hard the question was. You know, they actually assigned a grade to it. So when you're younger, you know, you kind of feel good about yourself when you're answering a 12th grade question and you're in like 9th grade. Or I guess for me, it would be like 6th grade. Or whatever it was. I like that one. A little bit too old, but I do remember it. Legend of the Hidden Temple and Guts. And I think I was definitely too old for both of those at the time. Really wasn't in my range of TV watching. But I remember Guts because I remember getting like Nickelodeon Gas was a TV station. It was like games and Nickelodeon Games and Sports. And they reran a bunch of stuff, including those two shows. All those shows I talked about. And like, what else did it rerun? It reran like Wild and Crazy Kids, I think. And what was the To Tell the Truth game with Summer Sanders was the host, and like the cast of all that were like the celebrities all the time. Like Pete and Pete, Lori Beth. What the other one? It was like Amanda Bynes, maybe one of them. Oh, what was that show called? And you got to help me out. You're probably going to have to help me out with this one because I can't remember what it was. That was probably on that channel as well. But I was definitely older when that was around. When that channel came out. I think I just got satellite TV. I think that's when we got the channel because, you know, with all those extra channels, that was one of them. And it was replayed so many times that, you know, you were able to catch it. Whereas when it was like first run, it was harder to catch because you had to be at a specific time. This could be a drop, I guess. Well, there's a shutter door and drop. Let's go towards the Triforce. So we don't need the Triforces, but whatever. I don't think I need the bow. I should be just finding 9. And then know if I need to come back for 6 or not. Well, we can... this won't be an item. This won't be an item. Let's get the Triforce and run out. And again, with the Triforces, I could possibly get the recorder and come back to 6 if I need to look for an item, which I guess would only be the bow at this point. Or the recorder to unveil 9. I guess that's still a possibility. Still a possibility. Let's go up to here. Don't need any of that. What's happening to that extra item though inside the dungeons? Where is that winding up? So speaking of Game Show Network and Buzzer, they have those like original programming shows like America Says. And oh man, what is that? Like it's just that channel's on all the time in my house and I don't remember what the shows are. But you know, they had Russian Roulette. Lingo was probably my favorite of the game show era, the Game Show Network, you know, originals. That get me twice. Where's the screen I want to go to? It's to the left. Inversion, man. Why did I pick it? But when I first got the channels, it like the older shows is what I was more interested in. And of them, I think like Match Game, Blockbusters, Classic Concentration, like those are the shows I like. real puzzly shows. You know, Blockbusters had some good trivia. Older trivia too. It's, you know, maybe a little dated, a little hard to get. Classic Concentration had that good spin on a puzzle where if you've never seen it, they would give you like a puzzle in pictures, and you had to kind of like sound it out, spell it out, kind of thing. I don't know where I wanted to go from here, but I guess I'll go to the coast. Oh, where is this now? Here? One of the things I found out on this screen, I may have said it. A, R? What did I make for any road? N? I gotta cycle through. Okay, that's cool. I should stay up there. Let me stay up here for now. I love how it puts that other door there. Yeah, so where Classic Concentration, you'll get a puzzle like in the form of a picture. And, you know, there'll be just letters or like an image of people emoting, or, you know, just pictures of words. Not the word itself, but like a ring. It'll show a picture of a ring. So ring is part of the you know, the clue or the puzzle. I'm buying that ring somehow. Speaking of ring. Ugh. Alright. I gotta find a way to buy that ring. Do I have any, like, use items except for bombs? I don't. Weird. Okay, well, I'm that much closer. It's going to be door repair, isn't it? Oh, there's my money. Okay, before I go into that door, let's go get the ring. Match game is hysterical. I just, you know, there's a certain cast of match game that you get. Richard Dawson, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Riley. That, you know, it's just always hysterical. Radar from MASH. I always liked Match Game. Match Game's a good play-along game as well. You know, it's very simple, and like, I like a little bit of depth to my game shows. It's very simple, but at the same time, it's very playable. I need that too, don't I? Oh, let's see if we can get money for that. Let's see if we can get money for that. I gotta be careful not to go to the Lost Hills from here. Safe going north. No money. I've got money. That's not a lot of money. Password's a fun one. Password I didn't really like too much when I was a kid. But it's like fine. It's fine now. How do I get... Well, I don't have the money for the candle. What was it? 40 something? Blockbusters was cool. I like Bill Cullen as a host. Blockbuster, you had a grid of letters, and it was a two-person team versus a single-person team. The two-person team had to make a line. You had to draw a line. Like you had to get all the, you call out a category, which were just initials, and that would be like the answer would be based on those initials. And there'd be a line you had to go across, and it was 5 across for the two-person team, and it was 4 across for the one-person team. I went to level 1. And that was fun. Like, they'd be the initials on the game board would be, what the answer would start with. So it'd be 2 initials if it was 2 words. That's fun. That's a good game to play. Hey, look what I found. Just in time. How about the coast item? To go. How about finding 9? Find 9. That one. Early Game Show Network would have the Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy on, the old ones. And those are fun to watch because, the daily syndicated shows, I think of soap operas as well. They were very hard. They're very hard to syndicate. Like daily shows in general are just very hard to syndicate because there's just so many years of seasons and so many episodes a week. It's very hard to get through them all. What are we even looking for? Can't move. Nice to have those old game shows syndicated, and then it's just like. It's like every new TV channel that's catered to one specific thing, it goes the same way. It's like when it first starts, it's like great. Like soap network, soap opera network, whatever it was first called when it first came out. It was great for people who like soap operas. It replayed all the daily soap operas. It's like everyone was on board with it. There was a talk show. Maybe multiple talk shows. And it catered to the soap opera fans, and then it didn't anymore. It became something else entirely, and that's like Game Show Network was like that, where it had all the old original game shows, and then slowly they started not becoming a thing, and not having them, and more infomercials, more replays of the shows that they would show. Then they started making their own shows, and then more infomercials, stuff like that. And that's the unfortunate part. But back then, it was really good. The Game Show Network was really good for that. But even before Game Show Network, you had USA Network. USA Network was great early, 90s, late 80s, 90s. You had your cartoon, what was it called? Cartoon Express, your block of cartoon programming where G.I. Joe and I remember Laugh Olympics was on it. I loved Laugh Olympics. That was a Hanna-Barbera, like, Battle of the Network Stars kind of parody with cartoons. But I remember G.I. Joe being a part of it. Maybe Transformers was as well at one time. Yeah, I was trapped there. I was going to place a bomb, but I didn't do it. Let's look for 9. Let's go look for 9. But USA Network had a great game show block. Jackpot, which I don't remember a lot about Jackpot, except for I remember it being on the game show block. There was like the new Joker's Wild. Joker's Wild was a good game show, but like the new Joker's Wild, I remember like somebody on that show being like perennial champion. Like you can never beat the guy. Like that was a good one. A Hot Potato was a game show that was replayed on USA Network, and Hot Potato is one of my all-time favorite game shows. It's kind of like Family Feud if you've never seen it, where like you get a question with multiple answers, right? And then there were 2 teams. The teams were like themed as well. It'd be like airline stewardesses versus teachers. And you know, you get a question like, again, like the stolen base question in my other, and that shows Sports Geniuses. You get a question like that, like, you know, what were the, like in 1983, what were the top 10 primetime TV shows? Like something like that. And, you know, you'd have like a 3-strike format where one team would have control, and then they try to answer as many as they can. If they missed the question, the person would be sent to the penalty box, and the other team would gain control, and then they would have to answer it or go, you know, to the penalty box. And you went back and forth like that until, you know, either one team was the last to answer it, or I don't know what to do. I didn't know which way to go. That's what I meant to say. So you just go back and forth like that until, you know, all the answers were uncovered, or, you know, one team was in the penalty box or something like that. So that was fun. I really like that show because I like the format of, it's like playing, have you ever had the board game Outburst? It's like playing Outburst. It's like playing Family Feud. You know, you get a question. It has multiple answers. Like Family Feud is a survey driven, so it's not that formal. And Outburst is like, you know, it has 8 or 10 answers or whatever. Like it's not official. But Hot Potato was like very specific to like, you know, there's only these number of answers. You know, name them. I shouldn't mark. Oh boy. Yeah, just so much for the holy grail when you're looking for 9, then try to find the item to open 9, and you know, you're just endlessly looking for 9, and you probably have the item already. I really would love to know what's happening to his keys and such. Did I go in that? Hold on. Did I go in this cave? Lifetime Network had a lot of game shows when I was growing up as well. And like, not a lot, but enough. That's where Supermarket Sweep's from. And it was Shop Till You Drop and Rodeo Drive, which I think were like similar pricing shows or whatever. I don't remember them as much as I do Supermarket. Everyone loves Supermarket Sweep. Like even, you know Supermarket Sweep from Game Show Network of Buzzer, probably at this point. Okay. That's going to be fun to come down from. Am I going to need the power bracelet to find 9? That's going to be gross. Okay. Well. Ugh. Ugh. Just, I'm shivering. It's so gross. Bumper Stumpers. Yeah, that was a USA game show. From what I remember. You got like a license plate that kind of had all these random letters that kind of, phonetically... Is it phonetically the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Like the license plate itself would spell out something, but not obvious. It's like a Mad Gab. If you ever had the game Mad Gabs. That was a fun one. That had a great theme song as well. There's like random honking in it. Really looking for the recorder, aren't I? Put a candle row. Boost. Yeah, USA Network had a great... I would love to pull up a lineup and just see what was on the USA block. Yeah, so they had Hot Potato. Hot Potato wasn't an original, though. The Jackpot reboot... Because Jackpot was a game show that... so many times it was around. Like one of those ones that would be like, yeah, it was here from 66 to 67, then 69, then 71 to 73. Kind of like one of those kind of shows. Bumper Stumpers. New Joker's Wild, I think, was an original. Unless it was just like a syndicated kind of thing. But I think that was a USA original. I don't remember what else was around on the USA. I went in this one already. Okay. The clock. Family Channel had some game shows. Trivial Pursuit was a good one. That was on Family Channel. In fact, I think they were like interactive. Boggle was one. They had like a jumble, but I don't know if any of those really lasted. And Trivial Pursuit was always like a fun concept for a trivia game show, and I like just it just never was a thing. Like besides that, that Family Channel thing, you'd think they would try to capitalize on that. The IP itself, like Trivial Pursuit, was a pretty big board game. I don't know if it's really around in any sort of incarnation now. Maybe it's just like really specialized where it's there's not so specialized where it's like you're only getting like Harry Potter and Game of Thrones editions now instead of like, you know, Genius Volume 9. It's just open. All right. MTV had its game shows. Like I said, Remote Control was one. Lip Sync, there was a lip syncing one. I don't remember what it was officially called. Just leave. Just leave. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Singled Out. Like, you had all those garbage, like, dating game shows then. The big one. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we won't get to the big one. I was going to say, I'll save it for later. Primetime Revival. But I guess we don't need it. So how easy is that? I wonder what the item was that I needed to get in there. So what do I need? I need a bomb. We can see what the item is. I mean, I can restart, and we can have fun seeing what the item is. I can kind of cap off the conversation as well, so we're not talking about game shows for another episode. The Primetime Revival around like 99 to 2002 or whatever. Beethoven's Fifth. We didn't even find a recorder. All right, so I need a bomb. And I think I remember where the sword was. I think the sword was just here. So I think it started with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which I would put that in a category of bad game show. And like maybe the syndicated version made it a little bit better, but the primetime version was it was so slow and like dramatic, and it didn't need to be. Two. You didn't get much trivia. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just you got so few questions. Like the fastest finger one, like that was a cool concept that went away, right? They just it just became, contestant, next contestant, next contestant, instead of needing to earn the right to be up there. But it's just so bad. Greed was my favorite of them all. I don't know if that 10 in a row just ate my bomb chance. Greed was my favorite of them all. It was the Fox one, Chuck Woolery. That's not the right file. And that was my favorite of them all. It was intense, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but you had to work with a team, and like you had to rely on other people for the right answer, and you can stab them in the back and take their share of the prize. Like, it was so good. Hard to watch because of the drama. Like, it really made you tense when you watched it. But it was so good. I remember being so mad at people for that game. Like the answers they would give, and that's 3. Whatever. We're gonna go kill everything on the other screen anyway. Yeah, that one was really good. NBC's was a revival of 21. And I don't think that lasted that long. No, I'm sorry. NBC's was Weakest Link. 21 was CBS's revival. And Weakest Link was alright. Like, Weakest Link is one of the ones that I didn't really watch too much of. I think I barely had time for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Where's the screen with all the... Was it to the right here? Oh, you know what? Maybe it was that screen and there were only 2 left. There. Hey, I got our bomb. All right. Let's go see what the item are. Yeah, Weakest Link is good. Then, like, later on, they tried to get into this. I don't know if you've ever seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Running Man, where they kind of tried to make a futuristic world where I guess there was like a criminal danger element to life, where instead of like bowling for dollars, they would have like climbing for dollars, and convicts would climb a rope, and if they fell, you know, dogs would kill them, eat them, or whatever. Like attack dogs would kill them, whatever. That was like one of the parody shows on the TV in the background of that show. But like the Running Man-esque kind of futuristic danger style shows. ABC had The Chair with John McEnroe. And I don't know who the host was, but Fox had The Chamber. And you'd go into this like booth, and it'd be like superheated, or like something would be going on where like it'd be like really cold. And it was just trying to mess with you. It kind of like distract you from the question. The Chair would be something where with the one with John McEnroe, where like you couldn't raise your heartbeat. Just trying to remember where this is. Like if your heartbeat got too high, you got disqualified or you lost. And they would do things like they would drop alligators from the sky, like inches from your face. That was that. Those were those game shows. And here's 9. Now I was going to talk about all the old game shows that I remember, like Card Sharks. I guess I kind of did, where like the ones where I skipped school, but I didn't, you know, Let's Make a Deal is one I didn't really like. Battlestars and Pitfall. I remember Betty White running off the set of Battlestars. I remember Pitfall, the bonus game, kind of scaring me because you randomly got your platform sunk level. That was one. Price is Right, obviously. Card Sharks. One who does not have the raft can't go in. So I found the raft in 5. That was a good one. Tic-Tac-Toe was one of my favorites. That had some hard trivia questions on it. I really like that. Dragon scared me, though. Scaring, like, I got scared easy as a kid. Name That Tune was alright, but I probably didn't remember old Name That Tune. And Chuck Woolery, Scrabble, was a good one. Let me know. What did I miss? What do you like? What do you disagree with? With I like and don't like? I know you guys like Press Your Luck, but Press Your Luck sucks. Sorry. But yeah, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed it. Welcome to the fall series, and I'll see you guys next time.